Hi guys, happy Monday. This is Mary Fulton with Mary Fulton Fit, and it is Monday Motivation, and we are talking about mindset. And tonight we are talking about running our own race. So I'm going to tag some friends and get us going. I know some of you are going to show up. It's late at night, but let's do this. So tonight I'm going to share a couple quotes, inspirational quotes with you, and then share a story, and then just finish up with just that last challenge to give to you tonight for you running your own race. So let me grab some friends. Here we go. I'm going to share it. Join us and let's get this party going. So tonight I'm going to start you off with just a verse. We're talking about running our own race. And we always feel like we're running, right? Sometimes like hamsters in a wheel. So let me start out with this verse for you. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. And I have remained faithful. 2 Timothy 4:7. Notice how that verse says, I fought the good fight and I finished the race and I remain faithful. Because to finish the race, we have to remain faithful. Faithful to our goals, faithful to our values, to our morals, whatever it is that drives you, right? And so I want to actually share something that I read today because it really resonated with me. Last night, I was having some struggles and I was really struggling. I was looking on the internet for ideas for my branding and different things. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to start looking at fitness people. So I went ahead and started looking at fitness people. And wow, there are some amazingly fit people out there, right? And I know that, but wow. So as I sat looking on the phone, looking at this girl, I started to compare myself. And I was like, oh, I'm never going to be like this. I don't look like that. Why would my people want to follow me? Look at my state. And I just started to come down on myself. I'm like, maybe I'm crazy. Why am I trying to really grow myself? I'm not worthy. Why would anybody want to follow me? I don't look like this girl and I don't look like this person. And I don't know that I can do those things. And oh my gosh, my whole state just I started shutting down and getting really hard on myself. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at me. I don't know, I'm scared. And then I started to feel scared. Can you give me a thumbs up or a heart if you've ever felt like that? You were starting to do something, you got good traction, but all of a sudden you saw more and you got scared, you got frozen, and you started to think that you weren't good enough. A thumbs up or a heart. In your life, in your career, as a mom, as a wife, as a husband, right? Okay, we can all resonate with that story. So I want to encourage you because I want to share what God brought into my life this morning to encourage me and to help me push past the fear. So let me read the story to you. So I need you to sit up and be listening with those ears because I'm going to read this beautiful story that this girl, her name is Shayla. And Shayla Graham, and she's from Proverbs 31. So just use your imagination with me. Close your eyes if you will. Okay, and she's talking about dreams. So some dreams are in first person and others aren't. I'm observing some dreams repeat. And so here she comes with her dream, okay? The other night, I dreamt that crowds of people of all different shapes and sizes ran up the road to get to the top. So picture that. But this black paved wall, this road, it seemed like a 90-degree wall. If you didn't hit it running with full momentum, you would get stuck. As I began to tackle this obstacle, people ran ahead of me and they slowed down or stopped, leaving me holding on to this road for dear life. People began passing me. I tried to climb, but I couldn't. So I did the only thing I knew to do. I cried out, I need help. Have you been there before? Have you looked at something and it looked like a giant 90-degree black wall, but everybody else was passing you and you just felt like you couldn't, everything you could do, and you were stranded? Maybe you cried out for help. Hey, you know what? I think that's awesome because I did. I cried out for help. Like an angel, a young man appeared and reached over the edge, and he pulled me up and through. And then he helped more people out. But listen to this. Full of gratitude, I grabbed a hold of his feet to give me extra stability as he served. Then he relaxed and sat up. The people after me did not need his help. They effortlessly climbed this steep wall of road and through the white brick hole without assistance. That's when I felt it. Shame, insecurity, worthlessness. Was it just me? Was I the only one who wasn't strong enough? Was I the only one who needed help accomplishing what everyone else could do on their own? Have you ever felt like that? Like you needed help? You're that mom that can't run her 3 kids in the household with virtual learning. I can relate that I need help because I realize that I can't do it all by myself. And then I feel weak because I needed help because the neighbor next door, she's got chickens and she's running the household and she seems just fine. I keep bringing up the lady with chickens, right? Actually, one of my good friends, she has chickens. She's pretty amazing. My little Jana, she's amazing. But listen, this is the best part. So at that moment, God reminded me to run my own race. Listen to that, because that's what God reminded me of this morning. I am not Lauren Simpson Fitness. I am not the other fitness and the other girl fitness and whatever fitness. I'm Mary Fulton, and I'm doing what I'm being called to do. And so God reminded me of that. God reminded me to run my own race. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing or how you stack up to others. It's okay to need help. All that matters is that you made it. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe you need help. Maybe you need somebody to help you along. It's too much for you right now. The load is too heavy. It's okay to ask for help. And it's okay to realize it. And then to realize your gifts and the things that you're good at. Maybe you do need help because it's too much, right? And I wanted you to read this last part. We need to hold on to the goal of 2 Timothy. And here's the last verse I want to share you. I have fought the good fight and I have finished the race and I have remained faithful. That's it, you guys. It doesn't matter what place we finish in. It doesn't matter if someone has to help us up as we limp across. We just need to finish and remain faithful. I wanted to read that to you because it really just struck me and reminded me that our world is full of comparisons, and oh my gosh, more than ever now. It used to just be TV and magazines, but now you can open this up and compare yourself to billions of people if you wanted to. But I just wanted to remind you that God made you. He made you special. I sound like a VeggieTales commercial. But God made you special and unique and with your own gifts. And you may not look or sound or be as smart as or whatever as different people in your life around you. But instead of comparing ourselves to them or even getting jealous of them or feeling inferior to them, we should encourage them in what they're doing and then realize our own gifts and what God has given us that we can give to others. And it's okay to need help. And this is your race. You like my VeggieTales? Me too. This is your race. So last night, you know what? I felt really sad. I was like, I am not Lauren Simpson Fitness. Go check her out. She's hot. I was like, oh my gosh, I am not her. And then God reminded me this morning, Mary, you're Mary. I love you. You're beautiful. This is who you are. And I've made something different for you. This is your gifts. And it's okay that you're not like all these people because you have your own special gifts and you're running your own race. And so I wanted to encourage you that you are running your own race, whatever that is. Or maybe you're scared because you felt what I felt last night, like inferior, and that I could never do it. And why would I even try? And I ultimately think that that's from the enemy because he doesn't want me to try. He wants me to give up. And I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep fighting. So here is our verse. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that holds us down. I want you to do that right now. Take it off. Take off the weight. So you know how sometimes I tell you to fill yourself with gratitude? I want you to take out the insecurities. I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not fit enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't know how to do this or that. How am I going to get there? I'm scared. What if this happens? Pull them all out. Strip them away. They're weighing you down. They're keeping you from who you're supposed to be, for you to fly. Okay? You've got to get rid of them. And I'm saying this to both of us as we say this. And then it says here, strip it all off and let it go, and especially the sin that so easily trips us up, and let us run. Do you hear that? Run with endurance the race that God has set before us. I don't know what race God has set before you. You only know. Or maybe you're trying to figure it out. But I know that God has something planned for each one of us. He puts us in certain places of work, in our families, in friendships, in hard relationships, okay? For a reason. And they're all things to learn. They're all challenges to grow through, and they're all for a reason. So next time you're at the store, don't just think you're at the store. You might be standing next to somebody that you're supposed to touch their life in some way. You might be running into somebody at the store, or you're on a baseball team with somebody for a reason. It's not in vain, and it's for a purpose. And so today I say to you, and I challenge you, it's okay to ask for help. And don't compare yourself, because you are amazing and beautiful and uniquely made. You got your own set of fingerprints that nobody else has. And so run your race, and put it in the chat box if you feel comfortable enough to share with me what your special race is and what it is that you want to do but you've been scared of. Get rid of all that stuff's lies, and just strip them away and just be you. And when you're you and you let go of fear and insecurity, then man, God's going to use you in amazing ways. And so that's where we are today with Mary Fulton Fit, and we're going to do this. I don't have to have a perfect body. I never will. I'm just going to be me, and it's okay. I'm so glad you're you. Oh, thank you. I love you guys. And thanks so much for coming tonight. And we made it through. And today was a crazy day, I'm going to tell you that. But I'm just excited for what's to come with Mary Fulton Fit. Keep running your race with endurance, and take a break and get some help too. God bless you guys, okay? I love you. Have an amazing night.